guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. It's been a minute. I'm sorry, I've been gone for a minute. Let me just scoot over. I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back. Okay, back to my consistent uploads like twice a week, hopefully. But yeah, I've been gone. I explained that more in the video. I did this really cool eye look. Bit more color in the mix, a bit of a cut crease, you know. So yeah, please, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And I'm so happy to be back. It's been a minute. I feel like I really missed you guys. Like I really did. Like I said, all will be explained in the video. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, oh, sorry, did I introduce myself? Hi, my name's Bells, if you're new here. And to those other ones, my G's, welcome back. So yeah, let's get straight into the video. Oh my goodness, it's been so long since I've been in front of the camera. Oh, okay, I need to... I'm just gonna, basically I've already kind of started on my makeup, so I'm just gonna quickly brief you and show you what I've done. I did my brows using Benefit Precisely My Brow in the shade number 5, and I also showed you the Urban Decay one. I didn't actually use it. Usually I use it for like the ends of my brows, but I'll use it towards the end just in case like any like mistakes I've made or anything, just because it's waterproof. And then I concealed using LA Pro Concealer all under my under eye, around my eyes, and I also concealed any redness or any spots I had before I went in with my makeup today. The foundation I'm going to be using is actually Fenty Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. I've been using this a lot recently. I really like it. I purchased this along with Fenty's like bronzers and everything. We'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, I got the shade 385. Really like it. But this is a little bit warm, but like it still works. So let me just put it on my face. I use about like 2 pumps. 2 pumps is, for me, is really enough, and then I can seal and everything. So, why have I been missing? Where have I been for like, to be honest, I'm being real dramatic. It's been like 3 weeks, almost a month since I've been, like I filmed and stuff. Really and truly, I have had a very difficult, I won't say, yeah, challenging, more than difficult, April. I don't even know really where to start. Let's start from April Fools, because I feel like that's where it all happened. So basically, the night before April 1st, so it was like March 31st, I was in the group chat with my girls, like just literally saying like, oh, let's do like pranks on our boyfriends, prank on whoever, like mom, whoever. And usually, every April Fools, Ade always like has a prank for me. He always tries to get me with a prank. So this year I was like, nah, I'm gonna really get him. By the way, this dries down really matte. My skin is oily for those that are interested, but yeah, I really like this, especially for like really hot days in the summer. And there was a heat wave in the UK and this worked really well. So yeah, anyway, back to the story. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna come up with a prank. I go to sleep, and then Ade, like in the morning, Ade runs in and was like, oh, Nipsey's just been shot. And I was just like, at first, like, because that was the first thing I woke up to. So I'm looking at him, because I was just like, is he joking? Because he can't be joking about this. So I didn't even say anything. I was just like, like, the first thing I wake up to. So I check my phone. When I say my mood was just, I was absolutely devastated. If you don't know who Nipsey Hussle is, rapper, LA. You know what, I don't even want to tell you, go research on him, okay? And go play his music, stream it. I didn't listen to his music, but I can imagine, like that day, I was watching all his interviews, I was binge watching, that's all I was really interested in. And oh, apart from like, there was no April Fools, there was no jokes. Like that day was cancelled for jokes as far as I'm concerned. There was like, nothing was funny. Yeah, and I was really affected by Nipsey. Yeah, that whole week I was really affected. I was really down. Like, I didn't want to go into it too much because I just have, it's a lot, and I can literally make this video just about him, and I'd want to, but I also want to talk about like a lot of other things. But yeah, that really affected me. And I feel like it affected me so much that I got sick. And I don't know how I got sick, but I got sick. Later on in the month was the day my dissertation is due, right? So I planned in the beginning of April just to get as much content and videos out there just so that I've got stuff to upload, stuff to post, just like I'm still trying to be consistent. So I come down with a cold and I'm not thinking too much of it. Like, I'm like, oh, it's fine. I'm just gonna have a few days rest and I'll be okay. Before I continue, I'm gonna be using as well, like, I feel like today my face is gonna be very Fenty, but I'm gonna be using Fenty Concealer in the shade 370. I really like this to conceal. It's like one of my favorite concealers right now. Because usually I get colds for like 3 days. Guys, ask me why I had a fever, a whole flu. I was so frustrated because it was like, this is the time to make as much content as I need to be consistent, to like, you know, because I was having I can't lie, I was having a consistent streak. I was uploading like twice a week, like not even just sick, no, I was sick, like I was throwing up in the middle of the night. It was awful, it was so bad. So I was like, okay, let me give myself time to rest. And it really frustrated me because it was just like, I really can't be consistent because by the time I'm not ill anymore, I have to focus on uni. So I was getting I was just really frustrated. Also still sad at that whole Nipsey. I was really grieving, like grieving someone I didn't even know. And I felt I wouldn't say grieving. I was mourning someone I didn't know. So that was just a whole new type of feeling. It was a whole mess. Imagine being sick, but you don't have time to be sick. So I was just so like, frustrated. And I was seeing everyone else being consistent and it really got on my nerves, like being consistent with content and whatever on Instagram, social media, whatever they were doing, consistent on like with work, uni work. I was just really, I felt like I was actually at like a standstill. I think I was sick for about a week and a half. I went to go see Drake. My friend got me tickets and I was just like, I'm not gonna miss seeing Drake. And I feel like me going to see Drake made me worse because I was like trying to sing and everything. I had no voice. I went to the Drake concert with a headache. Like, I had to sit down. I was with Ade and I felt bad because Ade couldn't really enjoy, because you know when you want at a concert you really want to enjoy it with someone, and I was just like, I need to sit down. Gonna set using Laura Mercier baking powder. So for my eyes, we're going to start off with the Morphe 39A palette. The best palette ever. We're going to go in with this shade right here. They have no name, sorry. Like I was saying, I got really ill, and by the time I wasn't ill anymore, I felt like I was so behind in content, so behind on like uni. Like I wasn't that behind, but I just felt like I could have been way further than I was. So now it's time to do my uni work, because obviously at the end of the day, my uni comes before blogging, all of this stuff like work. I was like, you know what? It's time to have a social media break. And I didn't know how long I was going to be off for, but I was just like, let me have a social break. So I deleted all my apps, my social media apps. Like I still kind of use them here and there, but for the most part, like, especially if I was doing my work, I would either turn my phone off or turn my social media off. This year for uni, I'm commuting. Even though I do it once a week, I'm commuting. So that means, you know, I'm at home. Going in with this colour at the top here. I hope this is focused, that one. For the past 3 years, I've been going to uni, yeah, I've been actually at uni, so I can just go to the library like whenever. But like here, I kind of had to make my library my home. And that was way more, like a lot difficult, really difficult for me because I don't really work well at home. And like, I'm usually used to working with friends or people I know. Using the BH Cosmetics 101 brush. I actually bought a pack of these. I'm gonna link it down below. And I think it was like £22, like a pack of like eye brushes. And I really like them. Gonna go back in with this shade. I'm gonna put it in my outer corner of my eye. So yeah, I was used to working at uni with friends, and now it's like I'm working at home and having to push myself to do work. And I don't know what it is. I feel like this year has been way more difficult for me to really work on my assignments, on my exams, on my dissertation. Like, it was really like, I really had to push myself, guys. It got to the point like my friend was, Zib was like, oh, I'm going to Birmingham to work with my friend, our friend Naya, because I found London too distracting. I said, please, me, I'm coming with. So I went with. because I was like, I need to be around friends, like serious people that I know that can do work. Like I can't be here, it's not productive for me, whilst also just not being on social media. We went, had a great time. I actually got so much work done. I was so happy because more work done than I had probably had like that month. Like honestly, I don't know what it was, but by myself, I just don't feel like I push myself enough. Yeah, I was really behind, and I came back thinking I've got like the push to like keep on going. I really should have stayed there. Going with this color in my inner corner. I'm not gonna do a cut crease, but I'm gonna do a like with concealer. I'm just gonna do a cut crease with that eyeshadow. I came back, and once again I was stressed out because I wasn't getting that much work done in London. Like I really wish me and my friend thought of this idea of going to like Birmingham, working with my other friends, because like I still don't like I go to Northampton University, but I just don't really like being there. I don't know, the vibe is just off. But I'd rather be with my actual friends and get work done because I'm productive with them. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just carving out my eye with that shadow I was showing you guys, and I'm gonna put it all the way, not all over my lid, but all. I remember another reason why I was kind of really confused at why this month was just being difficult, because I don't know, there was just something in the air for me personally. I don't know about anyone else. And then I remembered last year was well, I didn't forget, but like I connected the dots. So like last year I was in Burundi for my granddad's funeral, like is it mid-April? Obviously I'd heard the news that he was feeling he was really sick, and like I knew he was sick for a while, but my mum said he was like really sick, so I was just like, okay, well, I'm coming. This is worrying me, so like I'm gonna come, even though I still had work and exams last year. And then, you know, like I kind of connected the dots. Of probably that's why I'm probably feeling down. I don't know, because I was feeling down this time last year as well. I feel like April will always be kind of like a difficult month. And also, my granddad's name's Joseph, and I've got Joseph. Which ear have I got it tatted on? I don't know. Don't know if it's this ear. Or this ear. I have a feeling it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So I've got Joseph at the back of my ear. Dad's granddad's also called Joseph. My mum's mum is called Joseph, and my dad's mum is called Joseph. My dad's dad passed away when I was really, really young, so I didn't really know him, but I've heard lots of stories. Yeah, I heard lots of stories about him. I know the type of man he was. Yeah, he wasn't in my life, but like I still feel a connection, you know, because it's still family. So his qualities, I feel like, passed to my dad's qualities, passed to me, if that makes sense. So yeah, I still feel like connected to him. And then my mum's dad, who was like I grew up with and everything. In my life, everything, I used to go see him like every 2 years in Burundi. When I was younger, I even lived in Burundi, and I'd always stay at his house. So yeah. And then what's really funny is, it's not funny, but like, Nipsey's middle name is also Joseph. I don't know, weird connection. And they were both Leos. I'm sorry to bring like star signs into this, but like my granddad was Leo, my Nipsey Hussle was a Leo. I don't know. And I still feel like a connection to Nipsey, even though I didn't know him, and he was East African as well. Like obviously not Burundian, but like he was Eritrean. It was just I liked learning about him. I still learn about him. I still watch interviews and stuff. He was such a great man. I feel like I wish I gave him the flowers when he was still alive, as well as many other people. I really wanted to do eyeshadow look with color, and I saw this eyeshadow palette on Beauty Bay. It's called the Bright Matte color palette. I think it's by Beauty Bay. Look at these colors. I love all of them. But for today, I'm gonna go in with the yellow one and make it like a cut crease kind of yellow. I don't want it to be too bold, because you know me, I don't really love bold colors. Even at my granddad's funeral last year, we were, the family were like in a tent when we went to go bury him. His family was in a tent, and like, when I say there was probably, definitely over 1,000 people there, like over 1,000 people. And it's just like the story, the legacy he's left behind. And like when he passed, obviously I was there for like the whole week before the funeral, and when I say our house was packed, and people had stories about him, and people traveled from so far just to come to our house and, you know, say their like well wishes and wish us well and pray for us, the family. And it was like mind-boggling at how many people were there, and obviously it just shows the type of character like my granddad had. And obviously I'm not comparing Nipsey and my granddad, but I'm just saying, like, for me, you can leave like an impact and a legacy behind just by being a good person, you know what I mean? Like, it just shows like what do you want to leave behind. Obviously people need to give you your flowers, like what, so you need to smell the flowers whilst they're still there. Like, you don't even see how much you've impacted people until you've gone, which is kind of sad as well. There's a good and the bad in the whole thing. But I hope you guys like understand what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I'm not really the best with words. I'm really not. I wish I was like one of those people that always has like the right things to say, because sometimes I just feel like I don't. Sometimes I feel like I'm just talking absolute rubbish and people are just kind of like, you know, okay. I think I understand what she's trying to say. Gonna go in with this shade. I'm gonna put it and blend it in with the in between like the yellow and like the outer corner of my eye. My under eye, I'm gonna go in with this shade at the end. I know I needed to take a break from social media because like the fact that it was just making me so anxious and it was affecting my mood. And obviously I use it, it's for business, but I like to, I would still use social media anyway, even if it wasn't. So the fact I was still felt so affected and it was ruining my mood and everything, I needed a break. And it really helped me, you know, just really realize it's not all about pictures, it's not all about content. Sometimes you need to breathe. And I also want to thank everyone, because I remember tweeting my mood, like I just found the month really challenging and stuff. And a lot of you messaged me and asked if I was okay, and like you guys were like, even some of you are glad that I wasn't posting that much and I was focusing more on my studies and stuff, and it really made you happy and everything, and made you want to like be productive and everything as well. So I'm really glad in that sense, and thank you guys for messaging me. I really needed it. I really needed it. And even throughout the whole thing I hadn't cried, and I think with me I need to cry. I'll just keep going like this and like this until I cry. And then when I cry, I bounce back up. Like, I don't really see crying as like a weakness or anything like I used to when I was younger. Sorry, gonna be using Ilmakiage Icon High Volume Intense Color Curl Mascara. I really like this. This is really good. If you've got long eyelashes, you'd really like this. I need a good cry, and if I don't have a good cry, it's just gonna mess up with me like more. I'm not really someone that cries often. Like, I feel a lot, like I feel everything in my chest, and like my chest can be really heavy, but I won't cry unless I've kind of not hit rock bottom, or if I don't have a solution, or if I feel like nothing's gonna work out, I need to cry. Or I feel like it's too much, something's overwhelming, or I feel really sad for someone else. Then I'll probably cry, but like, other than that, I'm not really someone that cries often. Anyway, and I felt like I was even getting a little frustrated at the fact that I wasn't crying, because I was just like, no, I need to cry because I feel so much better when I cry. I don't need to cry to anyone. I don't like crying to anyone. I will cry by myself to sleep. Crying to someone doesn't help me. It usually makes me feel even more sad. So I like crying by myself. It's just like a productive, like a, you know, I need to get back in the game, cry, you know, cry it out, you know, feel sorry for yourself and move on. But if I feel like if I cry, then like I don't want the person to be like, you know, double checking on me or anything. No, I just cried for a hot second. Thank you, I'm moving on now. Like, I'll cry by it and I don't want to speak about it ever again. So yeah, I had a good cry, I think like towards the end of the month. And then from the cry, I started being productive with my work and like working by myself and stuff, even though like my supervisor, the supervisor from like hell, yeah, I managed to get my work done and submitted it two days ago now. And I feel like a weight is off my shoulder and I can like do videos. I've still got an exam, but I feel like more confident in my exam because I've been like on my job, you know what I mean, by taking a break. Believe me, if I didn't feel like I was ready to do my exam, I would not be doing this video right now. I wouldn't even be doing makeup. These lashes are from Demure lashes. Real pretty. These are in the style Rarity. Like social media is so on the go, like it's very easy to kind of forget someone. So I felt like like my engagement's gonna be rubbish because no one's gonna care, and like people have moved on to the next, because that's what you can do on social media. It's very easy to be like, okay, next, you know, because it's just so go 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 all the time. So for bronzer, I'm gonna be using my favorite bronzer right now, which is the Fenty Beauty Caramel Cutie, Fenty Beauty Caramel Cutie and Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer. Okay, and I've been using it for a good time now, so I can really give you my opinion. I like how there's no kickback when like I go into the product, by the way. Love that. My Sephora one kicks back like a beach. So I've got two. I've got one that's kind of closer to my skin tone but a little bit more warm, so I can use that on like days I just want a natural bronzer, you know. That was Caramel Cutie I just put on. Now we're going to go into Coco Naughty, which is more like a contour. It's a bit darker. The bottom, Coco Naughty, and the top is Caramel Cutie. Caramel Naughty is just the same, I'd say, just a lot with a red tone, and the Caramel Naughty is more of like a neutral. And yeah, I like it. It's good. I have nothing bad to really say about it. Yeah, just I know for some deeper skin tone girls, they just didn't really have their shade. Their shade looked more like a blush than it did whatchamacallit, a bronzer. I don't know if they purposely did that to make it kind of look like a blush, like a flush of colour. But yeah, that's all I noticed really. So for blush, I'm going to be using the Sleek Lace 367 palette. I love these two. Because it's like April's usually the beginning of spring, it's like a new, I wouldn't say year, like a new start, new chapter. And I felt that's literally what it was. Like I just facing my challenges and everything I had going on, and like once that's all out, it's just like starting afresh. So it's like my new January. And everyone else studying, listen, good luck to you guys. I wish you guys nothing but the best. It's gonna feel like a lot, but honestly, you're going to say it's all worth it in the end. I've struggled, and I've made that clear that I've struggled. No, I'm excited for it all to kind of like end, and yeah, I'm excited for summer, because summer we're about to enjoy. I don't know about you guys, we're about to enjoy. I don't even want to talk too much about what I'm doing this summer. You guys will see. Gonna be using NARS Illuminator in the shade Orgasm Illuminator on my cheeks. Been using the Too Faced Hangover spray. I love it. Gonna be taking Morphe's highlighter in the shade Mirage. Going in with MAC Cork Lip Liner. Then going in with NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London. And then Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fussy on top. This is honestly the best lip gloss, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm all done. I added a whole ponytail to the back of my hair. I've got my whole ponytail hair and store ponytails up. I'll leave a link down to it below. This sort of hairstyle, that's what I've done. I'm gonna put like an actual video on how I did this hair. It's coming up. I just really wanted to literally talk to you guys and give you an update before I actually start uploading content, because I don't want to just upload content and not really explain the little gap and how I'm feeling and checking up on you guys as well. Literally didn't want to come back and make it seem like nothing just happened. So yeah, I hope you guys really like this video, and I will catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like this video if you want more videos like this, and subscribe down below. Sorry, I need to stop touching this ponytail. Okay, I gotta go. Bye.